Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we have, we'll call it a special treat. Every once in a while, we like to do special treats. More for us than you, I guess, since we're the one drinking it. But this is the Writers Tears Cask Strength 2020 release. So this was just released towards the end of 2020.
Just the idea of cask strength for an
Cask Strength Irish whiskey. Totally interested. The presentation is just awesome. As soon as I saw this whole setup, I was like, that's fancy. They went fancy. So not only does it slides out like a book, we've got a full box that we slide it all out of.
That's why it's so expensive.
Yeah, all the
packaging.
The packaging. We've got like cool like copper writing around the top and the fidgeties. And this is bottle 350
Out of?
1,500 that come to the United States.
That's great. 1,500 come here.
And
then another 1,500
go to the rest of the world.
The rest of the world.
They only produce 3,000 bottles of this every year. So I got number 350. And I'm really excited to taste this. Let's see. What else do we know about Writers Tears? We've got, it's got a little, yeah, we got metal. I like fidgeties on the cork. Anyway, what do we know? Writers Tears. So this is a family owned.
Started in 1999.
Yep.
But it wasn't made available here until 2015.
Yeah, Writers Tears didn't come here for a while. We do have a bottle of Writers Tears. We haven't reviewed it on the channel yet. We will at some point. We're going to start high and go from there.
Get a lot of honey.
Yeah?
A lot of honey.
Writers Tears has...
But no ethanol.
5-ish different whiskeys that they've released. They also produce the Irishman, which is hilarious because I've always seen the Irishman and never wanted to buy it.
Because of the price?
Yeah, it's usually a little cheaper and it's like on the bottom shelf of the Irish whiskeys. It's just never been something I've been interested in.
Other than Kevin, we've done the whole.
I know.
Done all of those bourbons that are down there.
Wow, you ain't kidding.
It's a lot of honey. Lots of honey.
That is honeygram cereal.
Yeah.
Like it's sweet cereal grain.
Honeycomb.
Honeycomb. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But for cask strength, I don't get a ton of.
109?
I don't get a ton of ethanol in this.
All right, so compare that to some of your 107 proof bourbons of antique and things like there's usually a little more of that's hitting you a little bit. That nose is not.
You
feel
a little bit of the warmth.
Yeah.
On the back end.
Okay.
When you first sip, at least I did. But the finish, woo, more honey.
That is crazy. So it is that malty sweet in the beginning, which is funny because this is not just a malt. This is a blend. There's grain and malt in this. It's a blended whiskey. And then, yeah, there's a heat like right in the back of the throat when it hits there. And then, oh my Lord, that's so sweet. And it's like just sweet floral high. No, it's not artificial. I was gonna say high fructose corn syrup, but it's not that. It doesn't taste artificially sweet. It's just so sweet.
It's a lot for me. I get like the raw honey.
Yeah. Oh, when you get like
the comb.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. See, going back to honeycomb. Not it goes from the cereal honeycomb to actual like true super sweet honeycomb. That is crazy. All right. I was a little worried before we started filming that this was not going to live up to the hype of, what this whiskey presents, like the box and the 2021. So it's a once a year release. It is not a cheap bottle. It is, $125, $130 for this bottle. So like everything about this, I was just like, it can't live up to all.
It's pretty solid. It
really does. It really does.
It's not your traditional Irish whiskey at all.
No. It has nods to some Irish whiskeys, like some of those sweeter and malts and things like that. But it's totally different. That's good.
Yeah, I've had 3 sips so far, and all of them are the same. It's just you get that heat across the tongue, and then as soon as you swallow,
Yeah,
that's into that sweet honeycomb.
super honeysuckle that you used to do that. Where you
Yeah,
pull the little thing out and get the little bit of nectar. That is really good. Really glad. This makes me feel better because I actually convinced other people to buy this the night that I bought it, because they were asking questions about Writers Tears. And I was like, they're supposed to have a cask strength, and then we found it. And yeah, I convinced 2 other people to buy this. And this is the very first time
It's like the drip of honey.
It is. It's, yeah, that little, he's pointing to
Teardrop.
It's the same on the front and the back, exactly, but he's pointing to that, saying it's like a little drip of honey. And that's exactly what it tastes like. A little drip of honey in a glass of really nice whiskey.
I'm enjoying this one, very much so.
You should, since there's only 1,500 of them that made them here. That is crazy, the fact that they limit their release to that level.
Full-bodied,
Yes.
high strength, flavorsome whiskey.
Yes.
Yep, good purchase.
You think $125, $130, you're just like, that's a big investment. But we've had whiskeys that, especially scotches, like $80 that are, they're okay. They're good. But you could spend just a little bit more and get something this is really solid.
I'm always saying that like the higher the proof, probably the better. This one, actually, if they came down just a little bit.
Yeah, if it didn't have that little touch of harshness for that split second, it'd probably...
Drop it down like 94.
I don't think you need to go that far.
Okay, 100.
100. If this was more of a bottled and bond, which...
A little B&B.
I don't think they do bottled and bond in Ireland.
Probably not.
That's a U.S. federal regulation.
But those are all blends over there, pretty much. This
is true.
No, I think if you dial it back just a little bit. I mean, I think overall it's delicious, but I'd be curious to see what it'd be like if you dialed the heat back.
Which you can do with a dropper or 2 of water.
Right.
I could see a drop or 2 of water. It's not overly oily, but there's a lot of really thin lines from how sweet it is. Mm-hmm. I was just reading an article, like if it's a higher proof and oily and really sweet, the legs will be really thin. Okay. If it's really sweet, it's really thin. I'm like, well, that's interesting. Good on you, Walsh family.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a husband and wife that started this in 99. They wanted to do something different. And, if this is what they come out with...
I'm anxious to see what the next one tastes like.
Ooh. They just did a big charity event where they gave all 10 away. I want to say it was a lottery. Mm-hmm. So they raised like $16,000 for, and I wish I knew about it because I would have thrown some money into that pot. It was for focusing on children's diseases affecting children under 5.
Okay.
Which is very weird and specific.
Yeah.
But who doesn't want to support a children's charity anyway? And yeah, the person who won got all 9 bottles shipped to them, and then got I want to say they got bottle number 1 sent to them for the 10th edition. Pretty cool.
I want to be the taste tester for this line.
Could you imagine the barrels that they're sitting on to put this together? Oh, dear God.
Oof.
This
has been a delicious bottle.
Yes. I like the presentation, spectacular. The nose is really good. The palate has like a second of harshness, so I can't say it's great, but it's good.
But
the finish is awesome. That is one.
I think the finish is what makes this.
It's one of the best finishes I think I've ever had in a whiskey. Mm-hmm. And the nose is pretty close. That little harshness in the middle, it's not off-putting. It's just, man, like you said, if it was 101 or 102, would that have gone away and drank just that touch smoother and made the whole experience that much better? I still think a small drop of water in that probably would be like bang on.
Well, we can experiment.
We can experiment. We still have more.
Yes, we do.
We got more. That is a very good bottle. That is it's just a great all-around thing. And if you can find it,
Buy it.
buy it. It is worth the investment. It is a special occasion, once in a while, that kind of thing.
Don't
drink.
keep it on the bar.
Yeah,
Don't.
you
Just
don't want somebody putting this with some soda or something like that. Like
Some Coke.
that'd be a little frustrating. But you hide this in your private stash, and well worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well
I'm
worth
excited to try the other one you got.
Just the regular one?
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad either, and it's a touch cheaper.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, their regular Writers Tears is a really good bottle for a regular priced Irish whiskey. I want to say it's 30-ish bucks.
Oh, yeah.
So it is very
It's a
solid.
no-brainer then.
It's a very solid Irish whiskey, and I don't think people know. It's not a overly advertised brand, so I think not too many people know about it. That could convince anybody that you need to just drink this all the time.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I'm glad I found this one.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too.
Very glad I found this one. It was purely a fluke that they posted it on Instagram the day that I was going there for a class anyways. So, yay.
It's all about the timing.
It is all about timing
All about
sometimes.
the timing. Well, again, you can see we love this bottle. We hope you can score one and get a chance to taste some of this honey in them.
Yes,
Ton of honey.
ton of.
But it is absolutely worth it even for the price tag. I would, if I found it tomorrow, I'd buy it myself. So, well, we appreciate you joining. If you did enjoy our review of this Writers Tears, we encourage you to swipe that like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified, and let us know if you've tried any of the other releases. Like I said, this is number 10, so there's 9 other ones out there, and I would love to hear how they've changed or grown or any of that kind of stuff. Love to hear more about this whole lineup.
Absolutely.
And need to get to Ireland to visit now. So add another trip.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for joining. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Cheers.